Zoochosis just released their official character teaser trailer, and it shows off a brand new mutated animal that we have never seen before. This teaser also hints at what might be going on at the zoo and who is behind it. So let's jump into this new trailer and see if we can uncover any secrets. The trailer opens in a very unfamiliar way. This guy, presumably the zoo's owner, is talking to us. He mentions how the zoo needs those who find answers themselves, when suddenly he injects us with a green liquid. When we ask what it is, he just giggles.
Excellent. The zoo needs those who aren't afraid to ask, but even more so, it needs those who find answers themselves. Fuck! What's this for?
So what is this stuff? I think this is some kind of vaccine or antidote for the parasite's infection. This would make sense considering we see another human that we think is also infected. This likely means we could get infected, and one of the devs even mentioned this being a secret. So I think it's clear that this is some kind of vaccine. With that being said, is the zoo owner evil? Maybe, but I don't think so. There are a few reasons why he might have this vaccine. The first being he somehow has involvement with the parasite that is plaguing the zoo. It could be his creation, or he brought it here on purpose. But what would his motive be? Maybe he wants to create these monsters for his own financial gain. I think a mutated zoo would definitely bring in customers, so he created this vaccine to prevent him and his employees from getting infected. In that case, I would consider him evil. Or somehow the parasite made it into the zoo without his help, and he created this vaccine to stop the spread. This would show he's not evil. So I think it could go either way. Let me know if you think he is sinister in the comments. The trailer cuts to inside the penguin enclosure. We give this little guy a pet when all of a sudden we hear a weird noise and turn around to see a mutated penguin. This monster looks so cool. The first thing you notice is how it's grown in size, something we haven't seen yet from the other mutations. Its beak has also split into 4 parts, and its wings grew into massive bird wings. Then this monster begins to fly. I can only imagine what it's going to be like running from this thing while it's flying around. But we will come back to this creature at the end of the trailer. We wake up on the floor of the employee's office. I talked about this in my previous video, but I'm not sure why we would have passed out on the floor. Maybe the sight of one of the creatures scared us so much we passed out. Who knows? But it's kind of weird that this guy is just watching us lay on the floor. Nonetheless, we get up and ask if we got the job. The guy says the job is ours if we make it through the night.
Oh, are you finally awake? Good. Get up. It's time to get to work.
So I got the job?
The job will be yours if you make it through the night.
Now, right before we cut into this block of food, you can see on the monitor a list of food for the animals. It reads herbs, vegetables, meat, and fish. This is the first time we have seen or heard of meat being used at the zoo. In the previous trailers, it has only shown off herbs and vegetables. Most of the animals we know about in this game are herbivores, and there is a reason for this. The dev mentioned it's something we will have to find out about in game. I'm assuming it's because carnivores are going to be the main antagonists or something like that. I can only imagine what a mutated tiger will look like. As we try to cut into the block, one of the parasites jumps out from inside. We have seen this before, but this is just an updated version. The trailer continues inside the zebra enclosure. We are using a UV light tool, which will help us detect weird abnormalities around the zoo. And as you can see, there is a dead zebra on the ground. However, its body slightly moves, meaning there is most likely still a parasite inside of it. As we look up, a mutated zebra runs past us extremely fast backwards. This zebra looks crazy. It has weird slim arm-like appendages sticking out of its back. But the strangest thing about this zebra is that it has no head. So either it got cut off or the mutation caused it to fall off. I don't even know how that's possible. The zebra has no head and it's running backwards. I have have no idea what's going on with these mutations. Although this makes me wonder if it will even be possible to save the animals after a certain amount of time. Maybe if they are infected for too long, they won't be able to be saved, and that's what we are seeing with this zebra. That could be why it has no head. The trailer then brings us back to the penguin station. We look through the window to see a parasite crawling inside the room. I think it's pretty clear that the parasites will be freely wandering around the zoo, although I don't think we will need to worry about them too much considering the injection we already got. We then head into a storage room where we see a poster that shows how to use the UV light to find this weird liquid. Now, the fact that this poster is even a thing makes me think that whatever is happening at the zoo has been going on for a while, so long that they even made a poster about using this UV light. Whatever this substance may be, it's not something commonly found in a zoo. As we turn left, a massive hand pops out in front of us. This is the same hand and arm we have been seeing throughout the other trailers and photos. Whatever this hand is will be one of the main monsters within the zoo. It seems to be stalking us throughout our time here. As to what it is, I have no idea. It could be part of an elephant and its trunk, but I'm not sure. It has 8 fingers, so maybe it has something to do with a human. Maybe it's the human that was tied up from the other trailer, but who knows, it could be anything. Following this encounter, we grab the UV tool and use it in the vent where the monster came from. We can see a white substance in the vent, as well as on the ground. So it seems like wherever this creature goes, we will find this substance. This could be how we track it down. Although, as we look up, one of the mutated penguins is looking directly at us outside the window. It runs off, and of course we follow it, which leads us back into the penguin enclosure. We turn around to see the monster standing right in front of us, when suddenly it attacks. The penguin standing in the doorframe gives us a size perspective as to how big it really is. The average door height in Australia, where the game takes place, is around 7 feet, so this monster has massively grown in size. This thing is huge considering how small the average penguin is. It's doubled in size. One more thing I want to mention about this monster is inside of its mouth. These thin, pointy things are not teeth, but rather soft keratin spikes called papillae, and as you can see, this has a lot of them. I would not want to get my hand stuck in there. The last thing I want to talk about are the hippos that are not actually in this trailer. I figured I would throw it in this video since we're on the topic of animals. This monster looks horrifying. It perfectly represents what a mutated hippo might look like. Its teeth are creepily exaggerated, and they look like a big claw sticking out of its mouth. All of its bones are even overgrown. You can see the spine and shoulder protruding out of its skin. The bones in its feet are also exposed. Now, its eyes are red, which is a different color from the other animals. I wonder if that's important, but I'll let you decide. This new trailer was so cool. I'm glad they are showing off more of the animals. Since it's just a teaser, I'm sure we will get another trailer showing off the other animals. It seems like every time I make a video about this game, they release a trailer the next day. It's happened twice now. The first time I just didn't publish the video. Regardless, I can't wait to play this game. How do you think the animals look? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like horror game content like this, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to support the channel more, you can become a member. Don't forget to follow my Twitter at TerrifyT. Thanks for watching.